Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Karen Mishra. I'm Department Chair of the School of Business at Campbell University. And I'm excited today that I'm joined by Dr. Tracy Tuten, who is the author of the new third edition of the Principles of Marketing for a Digital Age. Tracy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Karen. I'm excited to talk with you and to speak with the instructors and students who are navigating marketing in a world that keeps changing by the minute.
To start, your book describes how we've moved through several eras of marketing. How is this current digital age fundamentally different from what came before?
Great question, Karen. The simplest way to say it is that marketing used to be organized around products and channels and campaigns, and now it's organized around connected experiences. We've moved from earlier eras, like the production era and the selling era, into what we now call Industry 4.0. This is the era of marketing convergence. It's where technologies like the Internet of Things and AI fuse with physical systems and ultimately reshape how value is created and delivered. So we're not just doing promotion and advertising anymore. We are designing end-to-end customer journeys that are powered by data, automation, and platforms using MarTech stacks that help organizations personalize, measure, and optimize every customer touch point.
So, for students, what is the mindset shift?
It's moving from how do we sell this to how do we create value, remove friction in the purchase process, and build relationships with our customers at scale and across channels.
One of the most frequent questions I get is about AI. How is it fundamentally shifting modern marketing?
AI is absolutely one of the defining forces of this era because it changes the speed and scale at which marketing can operate. We've moved beyond predictive AI, where we used data to forecast behavior, into generative AI, which can create content, including text, images, video, and even 3D assets. Marketers are using large language models to accelerate content development, personalized messaging, and support customer interactions all in real time. A great example is Nike using digital apps and data to offer more personalized customer experiences, faster product discovery, and even community-based engagement.
That sounds incredibly powerful for promotion, but what about the rest of the marketing mix?
Well, AI is showing up everywhere. And pricing, algorithmic pricing enables real-time adjustments based on demand and competition. Think of Amazon or Uber for this. And the product P brands use Gen AI to support ideation and help customers test option virtually, like IKEA's digital tools. And even the people P changes. AI assistants like Bank of America's Erica are designed with human-like traits, what we call anthropomorphism, to improve the service experience and reduce customer effort.
Does that mean AI replaces traditional marketing research?
Not at all. In fact, it enhances it. AI can dramatically speed up how we turn information into insight, especially early in the process. For example, tools like Neurons Predict can simulate consumer attention on virtual assets very quickly, helping teams to optimize creative before a campaign even launches. And we're seeing more interest in neuromarketing methods using biometrics or facial expression analysis to better understand emotional response, especially when people can't fully articulate what they're feeling.
You include the jobs to be done framework. Why is that so important for students today?
Because jobs to be done is one of the fastest ways to teach truly customer-centered thinking and marketing. You see, customers don't simply buy products, they hire them to accomplish a job. So a homeowner might hire a Nest thermostat, not just to control temperature, but to feel peace of mind while traveling or to save money without thinking about it. When you understand the job, you can design a better core product and a better augmented product like app-based controls, alerts, automations, and support. And in the digital age, jobs to be done corrects directly to the zero moment of truth, which is that moment when a customer researches options online before they ever talk to a salesperson or step into a store.
You use Airbnb as a major case study. How does a digital platform build brand equity so quickly?
Airbnb is a terrific case study because it didn't just create a service, it created meaning. Airbnb evolved from a platform that just booked rooms to a platform that has a brand that is purpose centered on belonging anywhere. So in the book, I walk through how tools like the brand identity planning model can help ensure a brand's visuals, story, and experience all align so that the brand feels consistent and recognizable across any of the touch points where a consumer might engage with that brand. And we connect that directly to buyer personas, those practical, human-centered profiles that help people to understand how to tailor value propositions and messaging for different segments as opposed to marketing to just everyone.
Most students learn the four Ps. Why do you emphasize the seven Ps?
Those four Ps are absolutely necessary, but they are no longer sufficient in a digital service-driven economy. And for this reason, we advocate that the Ps be expanded to include people, process, and presence. People includes the human element, which increasingly also includes AI-enabled service roles. Process focuses on how experiences actually work, like eliminating checkout friction for online shoppers. And presence includes the servicescape, whether that's physical and or digital, including things like a website design, usability, and even sensory cues in virtual environments. Taken together, the seven Ps help students see marketing as experience design, not just tactics.
With tools like Ansoff's Matrix, how should a company like Netflix decide where to grow next?
Netflix is a classic example of disruptive innovation and strategic evolution. It scaled with market penetration in the DVD by mail era and then moved into product development through original content with shows like Stranger Things. And then when we talk about the place P today, we're really talking about omni-channel experience design, which means creating a seamless journey across devices, platforms, and even physical environments. Zara is also a great illustration of this. It uses a digitally enabled supply chain to move from design to global distribution with remarkable speed, integrating Industry 4.0 technology across its entire value chain.
So, how do we know if any of this is actually working?
That is where marketing performance management, or MPM, comes in. Students need to connect marketing decisions to measurable outcomes using analytics and KPIs like customer acquisition cost, conversion rate, retention, and customer lifetime value. And in this third edition, we also cover new technologies like data clean rooms, which are increasingly important. They allow brands and their partners to collaborate on data in secure environments while protecting consumer privacy. And this is especially important as regulations and consumer expectations for privacy continue to rise.
Now, let's talk to students directly. With all of this automation, many worry about their careers. What advice would you give to someone starting their marketing degree today?
First, don't fear the tools. Learn to lead with them. The future belongs to the marketer plus machine hybrid. You don't need to be a coder, but you do need to be comfortable collaborating with AI, using it to accelerate your work, improve quality, make smarter decisions. Second, it's important that we build a modern toolkit. That means understanding the MarTech stack that includes tools like automation platforms, CRM systems, analytics dashboards, and knowing how these tools support marketing strategy. And third, and this is a differentiator, strengthen the human skills that technology can't replace. And I'm thinking about things like critical thinking, empathy, communication skills.
Yeah, you emphasize critical thinking throughout the book. Why is that soft skill so vital?
Well, Karen, marketing decisions are high stakes, and data driven only works if that data is credible and interpreted well and correctly. So in the book, I include think critically sections to help students evaluate why a strategy works, not just how it works. Critical thinking is also essential for diagnosing customer needs, spotting weak assumptions, and designing better research. So you don't build a marketing strategy on shaky evidence.
In a world of chatbots, is human communication still a competitive advantage?
Absolutely, and maybe more than ever. Great marketing is still about meaning. Students need to understand the communications process. That includes how messages are encoded, how people decode them, where misunderstandings happen, especially in a noisy digital environment. And that's why integrated marketing communications, or IMC, we also say MARCOM, why that matters so much. We have to have a consistent story, align touch points, and fewer mixed signals.
And how do ethics and privacy fit in there?
Well, that is an area where students could really create a career advantage. Understanding regulations like GDPR, privacy first measurement, and responsible data practices, those things aren't optional anymore. Marketers increasingly need to serve as stewards of trust, protecting customers while still creating value.
What is your final step tip for staying current?
I would say stay curious, stay grounded, be a lifelong learner of tools and platforms, but keep anchoring yourself in what never changes: human motivation, value creation, and the experience of being a customer.
We've covered a lot today, from jobs to be done to algorithmic pricing and data clean rooms. For someone considering the third edition, what's the ultimate why behind this book?
The why is this: we're living in the era of marketing convergence, where digital and physical worlds have fused, and the rules of marketing are being rewritten in real time. This book is designed to be more than a collection of terms. It's a roadmap for how to think and act strategically in Industry 4.0. And as we move towards Industry 5.0, where human machine collaboration becomes even more central. Whether students are learning the 7 Ps or working through cases like Netflix or Airbnb, they're learning how to create, deliver, and capture value in a world that doesn't stand still.
I also noticed a strong emphasis on sustainability and ethics.
Each chapter includes a sustainability spotlight because we want students to understand that modern marketing isn't only about profit, it's also about responsibility, sustainability, human rights, and the ethical use of data and technology. So, in the book, we connect marketing decisions to the broader world that students are inheriting and shaping.
So you're preparing hybrid marketers, part data savvy, part creative, and part ethicist.
Exactly. The goal is to help readers build both competence and judgment, the ability to use data, tools, and frameworks wisely.
If you could leave viewers with one final thought, what would that be?
Technology is the engine, but marketers provide the direction. Don't just learn the tools, learn the principles, learn people, learn how to bridge the gap between someone's current reality and their desired state. That's the heart of marketing, and that hasn't changed.
Marketing in the digital age is like navigating with a high-tech dashboard. AI and analytics are your instruments, but it's your human judgment that chooses the destination and the responsible path to get there.
Perfectly said, Karen. Perfectly said. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Principles of Marketing for a Digital Age, third edition, is available through Sage and other major retailers. We hope today's conversation helps you feel ready not to just observe the digital revolution, but to lead it.